So I've just come back from 4 days in Oslo. Great city. Definitely recommend if you're going to want to visit. It's really, really nice. Really green. Lots of trees. Lots of water. Really nice place to go and chill out though. And did actually manage to get in quite a bit of smithing gains. Level 59 smithing now, which is crazy. And when I tell you that's all really come from mithril arrowheads, it shows you what I've literally been doing. We've been AFKing smithing pretty hard. And yeah, just doing things like spins and stuff. Treasure Hunter actually has a really OP promo at the minute. This Adventures Trail is very, very good and definitely one to keep an eye out as well. So we've also got a ×4 purple, which we'll actually get tomorrow because we'll transfer in whatever reward that is. But yeah, we just got 9 Syndicores, which I'll throw into the Treasure Hunter tab. But what I wanted to do first was just talk through where we currently sat and the profit we've made. Now, I haven't played a lot because I've been away, I've been busy. But what I have done is made some massive progress. So a couple of things I need to talk over first is I've been buying mithril bars. I originally sold them, so I sold them for a profit. And then thought this money making method is so good, I actually bought some back. Now, I've been trying to sell mithril longswords for 10,000 coins each, and I'm very slowly starting to sell them. So that's a nice little thing there. Kind of replaced the bronze hatchets because they've kind of died off a bit. And what else I've been doing as well, I managed to sell 7,000 mithril arrowheads for 755 each. Now, you would have saw that in the last video. So this is where we moved on from there, where I've decided to go and do some more. So if we go to the Grand Exchange now, I have managed to sell 36,000 mithril arrowheads for a price of 555. And just to show you guys how crazy that is, now 18k is roughly going to be about 250 bars, which probably cost me 500k. I've turned that into 10 mil, and not just once, but twice. So in terms of the cash on the account, we are way past where we were in the previous episode. We are now sort of in that realms now where if everything sort of sells, that's 22 mil there. We'd probably be sat on like 80 mil cash. I've still got 15k hides in the bank. Some other bits, I would roughly guess if I can sell these all for 555, will be roughly around 90 mil. So again, the price I've got is massively over what it should be, which is why like I've tried to cash in as much as I can. Don't get me wrong, I didn't sort of like jeopardize my trip or anything like that, but as you can see, they've dropped down to 45 GP each. So these I just sit in the Grand Exchange and just sell, and we just sit and wait until they have sold. But I'm just going to leave them and go off and do some other stuff as well. So again, this is why you price check items. While it was there, we cashed in as much as we could, and we made some really, really good profit. Like 36k bars is probably 500, so a mil, and I've pulled out 20 mil from that as well. Now, with smithing and with how smithing is, I do think there'll be other things to do as well. I'm going to go check things like adamant longswords, the mithril longswords. I'm going to put what I had left in the bank in there as well, just see if they can sell overnight. But as you see, still got 15,000 hides. We got some large portable skill impacts from Treasure Hunter earlier on. We've been kind of on it with doing the Zaf shop runs as well, but there's still some cash here to do as well. So what I'm going to do, because we've got enough hides at the minute, I'm going to throw another offer in to buy some bones. Depending on what the price of bones currently are, we can just check the margin really quick. Only because bones at the minute, 300 GP each, they're not really worth buying because the price of banana. A banana is going to be something like 380, and the bones of bananas, I kind of want to buy something a bit higher. As you can see, 284, we can work with 284. That's enough left for us. That's when we're kind of like 100 GP profit each. So I'll put something like 50k in, and we'll see how we get from there. Then we'll sell these for 999. So the next sort of thing I need to do in terms of this account is to go and find something else. Now, it was getting to the point with level 59 smithing, I can go and do something else, find something else and see what's there. Now, some of the skills I'm going to have a look at next. I want to get 55 Mage because I think 55 Mage makes it very future-proof with the ability to alch, and we can actually alch some profit. We're going to start training fletching, and again, some of this like hard money we've made might be reinvested into fletching. I might actually use these arrow tips for me, or whatever bars I've got left in the metal bank. Use that to get something like 60 smithing, and then use it to train my fletching, because fletching you can do things like magic short bows. Magic short bows are incredible profits. They're really, really good for money. So that could be something we can look at aim for. Again, 80 fletching would be quite steep, but with the fact you can go and buy like fletching supplies to do arrows, it is very quick XP. Other things I want to go and try necromancy, going to try some necromancy rituals. Again, it might not be optimum cash, or as good as it used to be, but definitely worth looking at. And I think incense sticks will kind of round off the money-making methods from the free-to-play side anyway. But yeah, that's basically what we've been doing. We've really sort of like jumped and cashed in. The evaluator says 71 mil, but it's not really counting those mithril arrow tips. Fatal 555, and again, I'm going to leave them in as long as I can in the Grand Exchange. Will be more around 90 mil, which is really good for us. It gives us a little bit more time to go and play around and do some other stuff as well. But that's where we're currently sat. I'm going to have a play with some Grand Exchange prices. Tonight, I'm going to get those levers done as well. That'll be a little bit more cash we've got as well. And then we'll come back with kind of the next stage. I think we've kind of finished the smithing arc now. And now's the time to do the other stuff. I still need to do that set of dragon hides. I want to do some more bones because I want 55 magic. So I think 55 magic sorts us out long term, gives us a combat style to go and use, but also gives us the ability to alch. And alch will be a good way to make some profit. And then we can move on to the new skills and try and find some new money-making methods for you guys to go through. But we'll come back, we'll go through the game plan, and hopefully we'll make bank. So we are back for another day of free-to-play grinding, and we basically did more arrowheads last night. We actually started to sell again at 555, so I thought now's a good time to jump in and just get them stacked on the Grand Exchange, and then we can sell them at a later date while we go and do some other stuff. At the start, we're going to do the Adventurous Trail because we have that 4 purple slots coming. So the Mask of the Broken Fingers will be converted into some oddments, and then with those oddments, we can then buy the Treasure Hunter key to get this 4 times a purple rare. Now, with this purple rare, we're probably just going to get some stars or some lamps. There you go. But again, it's 4 sort of gigantic prismatic stars, which will help us out at some point. So that's going to go on to smithing, like all of our other bonus XP. Bonus XP doesn't apply on free to play as well, so it's not really going to affect us. But we have got level 60 smithing now, which is nice because basically we can do everything now relating to Rune. So anything to do with Rune in terms of extra bar chance, smithing faster, heating faster, we can now do that completely, and we can do Auric Outcome when we eventually go into members. So in terms of what's going on with the Grand Exchange, so we've been selling some things. So the big offer of bones starting to buy, and also with a little bit of change on the side as well, which is very nice. The mithril longswords have gone surprisingly well, and they've started to sell quite easily, but the fact that these are selling for 555 each just means we can't do longswords, because basically per bar, we're making something like 35k off the myth bar, which is just, it's too good. So what I'm going to do is take out the cash from that, and I'm going to put all of these in as well. So that'll be another 21 mil, which just from these arrowheads will be at 73 mil cash, which will be crazy. So in terms of the evaluator, 84 mil, but it's not really taking into sort of count what's on the Grand Exchange. Just because it won't sort of evaluate these mithril arrowheads at that price, but it is very big progress. In terms of what I'm going to do today, I started the dragon leather yesterday, with some of the crafts I got from Treasure Hunter. I'm going to go and finish these and just speed run them, and after that, I think it's going to be a bit of a start to go and get these bones to bananas ready to go. And yeah, after this sort of wave of dragon hide, after doing these 50k bones to bananas as well, and then maybe doing a bit more of mithril arrowheads while these sell. Be very interested to see where we do finish up. I don't think we'll be terribly far off 100 mil. And after 100 mil there, we're pretty much in the home straight. I'm hoping that mithril arrowheads continue to go. The video's already been released now where we went through this as a money-making method. Sometimes, like with the bronze hatchets, it can kind of kill it off. But the fact that they've sold overnight is a pretty good sign. That's only been that's been 24 hours that these have sold. And it's even my Grand Exchange history here. We sold 7,000 at 755. And we're getting some decent volumes on sales. Now, we must have sold way over 50,000 at that price and made bank in the process. But yeah, it might be time to get another little offer in. I'm nearly run out of mithril bars, but a 2k mithril bar is turned into 35k. Such good profit. So I'm going to go to the Lumbridge market and just whack down a portable crafter. Get rid of these dragon hides, so that's just another thing ticked off. Again, once I've done the dragon hides, bones, I think we'll evaluate what we decide to do there, because if we're over 100 mil, we might look at some other money-making methods, just see if there's some other stuff we can change around and do as well. But going to stop it there. We'll come back when we are done, or when it's time to start doing some bones bananas. We'll definitely get some magic levels. Like I said in the clip before, 55 mage will be quite a nice little thing to have, because high alching can make you profit, and pretty good profit as well. So we shall see to that. So yeah, going to go and get set up, and we're going to go spam out all of these dragon hides. There we go. We did 7.5k levers in roughly just under 15 minutes. So not too bad there, but it is roughly about 30k levers you can tan in an hour, which again, if you can make something like, I don't know, 150 GP profit per hide, is looking like 4.5 mil. Probably do a bit more profit than that actually. I think I bought mine for like 680 and I'm hopefully going to sell them for like 880, maybe 900 coins. But yeah, another thing done, which will add some more cash to us. And I think when we see how much liquid cash I've got, because this should be about 30 mil. That on top of like what I'm going to get for the arrowheads, I really think we're not too far away from actually being at 100 mil. I think it'd be really interesting when we go and get those bones done and see where we currently are from there. But we are definitely making some massive progress. And while we're running to the Grand Exchange, as always, I'd just like to shout you guys out. Thank you so much for the support on the videos. They have been absolutely massive. I know there's been a little bit of a gap between episodes, but I was in Oslo for a little while exploring, and we are back now, and we are back on the grind. So going to the Grand Exchange now, we're just going to buy one of these levers real quick, because you never know if they're up over mid-price. If they are, we want to make sure we're selling them for that price, because we will just earn that little bit more money. So I'm going to buy green dragon lever. So 902 GP per lever is pretty nice, actually. There you go. So that's why you check your margins, because that's an extra 100 coins. That's an extra 1.5 mil, I think, or maybe 150k. I don't know. We'll see. So if we do all of these for what was the price? 1013. 013. Yeah, so that's an extra 1.6 mil just from making sure we check the price. So I'll leave those to sell overnight, but that's another 15 mil. So that's going to take it to about 68-ish mil. In bone value, we've got 14 mil, so that's going to be 82-ish. And then if we add in the price for all of those arrowheads, that's another 21. So 103 mil account value if everything on the Grand Exchange sells. Obviously, with those bones, once we're selling them, we'll be selling them as bananas. So that's going to be even more profit on top of that as well. While I'm here, I just need to buy a couple of supplies. Actually, we need to buy some nature runes for our bones to bananas, because what I like to do in the downtime in the evening, I can actually do bones to bananas on the laptop pretty well, and it's one of those I don't really mind doing it. So we'll go and crack some of those out while watching a bit of TV tonight. I just need 4,000, and then hopefully when we come back tomorrow, the levers have sold, all the bones have bought. We've also sold the green dragon lever as well, and we have a nice big cash stack. But the price from the levers is there. 86 mil is a very big jump. And we're getting there. We really are getting to a point where we're not too far away. However, we'll start the next episode with sort of jumping in on the Grand Exchange, talking through the prices, and also all of the bonus bananas, what magic level we're going to get as well. I'm going to finish this episode here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the videos lately. We're trying to pump them out as quickly as we can while still maintaining the quality in the videos and all the different money-making methods as well. Because we're over 100 mil, I'm probably going to start doing a couple of niche little ones as well. So we'll definitely go do some necromancy, some fire making, some fletching. But if I have missed anything, make sure to drop them in the comments below, and I'll make sure I do those in terms of the videos. And shout you guys out for dropping the suggestions as well. Thank you guys so much for watching once again. If you haven't enjoyed, please make sure to leave me a like, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys very soon in the next one.